Hi everybody, and welcome to our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. Last night didn't go quite as planned. Every game in the Lansing area was postponed or canceled, but we are back for our first Friday night edition of our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. This is Mid-Michigan's first 10 p.m. high school football show. We are so happy you are with us tonight. Over the next 15 minutes, we will take you around the area for some of the best high school football games in the area. We start off with our marquee matchup here at DeWitt. DeWitt and Hazlet kicked off the season a year ago. It was a great game then. 21-14, DeWitt took that one, and it was a great game again here tonight. DeWitt and Hazlet kicking off the year once again, just like they did at the Big House a year ago. This time it's at DeWitt. Start with the Panthers. Elliot Larner looking deep. He's going to hook up with his brother. Abram Larner hauls in the long pass. That would set up the first touchdown for the Panthers. It's his brother now, Elliot, doing it on the ground. Panthers would go up 7-0 in the first. A few fumbles from the Panthers. That would lead to a Nakai Amakari score, weaving his way into the end zone and still standing up. It was 7-7 after that. More fumbles, more scores. This led to a field goal right before halftime, and that's when the weather delay would come. Hazlet had a 10-7 lead. Hazlet was driving in the third quarter. Nakai Amakari on the doorstep, rumbles his way in and dives in for 6. Hazlet goes up 17-7 late in the third, but then Elliot Larner put his team on his absolute back. The Panther pride showing strong tonight. He punches his way in for a score there, and it's going to be a lot of Elliot Larner from here on out. DeWitt on the doorstep again. Elliot Larner going to show off the pocket pass, little Tim Tebow-esque. That would get the Panthers all the way down to the 1. And you guessed it. Who gets it again? Larner. Plowing his way in, offensive line doing great work, and he scores on the play, and then one final touchdown for the junior quarterback, capping off what was a fantastic, really 2 days. Some fumbles early for him, but he responds in a big way. And DeWitt responds in a big way on Friday night, knocking off Hazlet 27-17, your final.
Never had a team do that here, so, I mean, our guys certainly weren't very excited about it. I'm just super proud of our effort. Our kids kept their composure with that stuff, and man, we played a heck of a second half here. You know, honestly, we weren't ready to go last night. I mean, we didn't play very well at all. We had 3 fumbles the first half and dropped 2 touchdown passes. We didn't play very well, but to our kids' credit, I mean, we regrouped, made some adjustments, certainly, and did some new things both sides of the ball, and they came in with a great attitude today, great mentality, and it was night and day from last year, so we knew they were ready to go.
Amazing. So coming in here, yesterday we were a little stunned when they hit us in the first half, but when someone comes and plants a flag on our field like that, just ain't going to happen. So we got to come out and show them what's up.
27-17 your final. Elliot Larner, the junior quarterback, the absolute difference. 4 rushing touchdowns for him. Nakai Amakari, the Bowling Green commit, did all he could. 2 touchdowns on the ground for the Vikings. And again, that second Nakai Amakari touchdown gave the Vikings a 17-7 lead late in the third quarter. But from there on out, 20 unanswered points for DeWitt. They continue to dominate the Vikings. Got to go back all the way to 2005, last time the Vikings won. DeWitt takes on Mason next week. Hazlet meets up with Fenton. After a postponement last night, Mason and Holt having to move to Hazlet because of power outages at Mason. It's not too often you get a rivalry game and a trophy game in week 1. The Cedar Street rivalry is back. Mason and Holt kicking it off once again. Hannah Macaroon there and has your highlights.
And Bulldogs were back in action Friday night, picking things up in the second quarter. And Mason senior AJ Martell wasted no time finding the end zone for the Bulldogs, rushing into the end zone just 1 minute into the restart. His second touchdown of the night would be his longest rushing touchdown of the game, and help his teammates climb to a 7-38 lead early in the third quarter. Martell scored a total 4 touchdowns with 15 carries for 194 yards. However, the night would not be scoreless for the Rams. Number 14 headbutted his way through the Mason defense. Next up, wide receiver Cole Reese would also prove to be a force for the Bulldogs. He found his way into the end zone on a long pass from quarterback Wyatt Ball. But Ball couldn't miss out on the fun himself. He rushed into the end zone for the final score of the night, ending the game 14 Holt Rams, 52 Mason Bulldogs.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to get the season finally started because it felt like, and obviously it was, we got started last night, we got shut down pretty early. It felt good to come back and start fast and put this game away.
I think we're a state contender. I honestly believe that. I think that we're a close team. We've been together since we were in middle school. We've been through the semis together twice, so we had that experience. And just we've seen each other put in the work, so we know that everyone's dedicated, everyone's ready, and we're all in.
Lansing Waverly and Lansing Catholic starting the year off once again. These two teams met last year, and a lot of people thought Catholic would just run away with the game, but Lansing Waverly surprised a lot of people, starting the year off 3-0. The two teams meeting up once again, and Lansing Catholic knew they'd have their hands full. This game was at Waverly last night, but after the postponement and power outages, it moved to Lansing Catholic for the second half. We picked it up midway through the third quarter after a Cougars touchdown put them up 21-20. Catholic looking to extend the lead, Waverly trying to fight back on offense. Warriors going up top. Justin DiVerana has other ideas. The one-handed snag for the interception, Catholic would take over in great field position. Then they're pulling out the bag of tricks. Braden Rabideau gets the pitch, then he's flinging it. Juan Sean with the grab, that would end the third quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, Alex Fernandez going up top. It's Rabideau, this time on the receiving end. Cougars go up 28-20. The Lansing Catholic defense came to play in the second half. Another pick for DiVerana, and the Lansing Catholic offense would capitalize. Fernandez with a QB draw. He powers over everybody into the end zone. 2 rushing touchdowns for him and a passing touchdown as well. Catholic goes on to win 35-20.
The kids came in this morning with a great attitude. We made the adjustments we wanted to make, and they came and executed. So all the credit goes to the kids for getting their mindset right. I wish I knew. I think the heat and everything, they were so worried about that, and sometimes our kids get like that. And but Waverly came and punched us in the mouth, and we never recovered. So we really need the reset, and thank God we got it.
It feels great. Brought tears in my eyes. Last year was hard for us, but we know we have a different mindset this year. We know we're more experienced, and it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. We're looking forward to it.
Portland is one of the best teams in the CAAC Way and poised to do big things this year. With 8 conference games, they only have 2 non-conference games. Their first, a trip to Ovid LC. Travis Hicks has our highlights.
Portland hitting the road to play Ovid LC, both teams riding high momentum after making the playoffs last season. Ovid LC won the coin toss to start off the game and had a good first few plays, moving the ball deep into Portland's territory. Then Caden Thielen happened. The senior takes it back to the house. A pick 6 on the first possession of the high school football season. Portland took a 6-0 lead early in the first quarter, but Portland wasn't done yet. The next possession, they get a safety. Trice Toykar can't handle the snap out of the shotgun, and Portland goes up 8-0. After another quick 3-and-out stop by the defense, Portland's offense looks to get in on the action. Dominic Novara finds his guy Christopher Baddeley, then 2 plays later, Caden Thielen finds the end zone again to put Portland up 14-0. The game was called, and Portland starts the season off with a 33-6 win.
A crosstown matchup in Lansing City Schools. Sexton hosting Everett. These two teams met a season ago to start the year as well. After yesterday's postponement, they started their game earlier today. Everett ended last night with a 14-7 lead, in part because of Lejeune Lubrin breaking tackles and rumbling his way all the way to the end zone. Then Everett's offense kept it going. A deep shot down the field. Jafari Funch is able to make the grab, extend over the goal line. That'd be their second score of the day. But today, with just 8 minutes left in the game, Sexton stormed all the way back. They would actually go on to win it by a final of 23-20. We have to take a quick break here on the Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week, but when we come back, we got a lot more highlights and scores from around your neighborhood.
Fox 47 wants to hear from you. Send us a news tip or connect with us on social.
Current temperature and time. Sponsored by Cure Auto Insurance.
Neighborhood Games of the... Welcome back. You're watching Fox 47 News at 10.
Welcome back to our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. We're at DeWitt. The Panthers took on Hazlet and knocked off the Vikings 27-17. It was an absolute thriller of a game. DeWitt with a late comeback in the third quarter, 20 unanswered points to take it. Right now, though, we have more games and highlights from around our neighborhoods. St. John's and Okemos meeting in a CAAC matchup to start the year. That game over at East Lansing. St. John's gets the best of Okemos, 54-14, and then East Lansing traveling to Portage Central. This game was yesterday until yesterday morning, then got pushed because of the heat. Mustangs get the best of the Trojans, 17-7. Couple games from yesterday, finals as of Thursday. Grand Ledge goes west and gets the best of Holland West Ottawa, 37-30. A thrilling game where Grand Ledge came back late, and then Wayne Memorial gets the best of Lansing Eastern, 34-7. A lot of good action from across the mid-Michigan and a lot of teams heading west and east as well with non-conference play to start this season. Each week here on the Fox 47 Neighborhood Game of the Week, we're going to do something a little special. We're going to have a play and team of the night. So just best play regardless if that team won or not, and then the best team performance as well. Our play of the night takes us back to Portland. This game was yesterday, but this play was so good. It's our tonight's play of the night. Caleb Thielen with the pick six, the first touchdown for the Portland Raiders this season. You got to take another look. The pick six, taking it back the other way. What a way to start the high school football season. As for our team of the night, that's an easy one. DeWitt with the big win tonight, and Elliott Larner led the way for the Panthers. 4 touchdowns. They were down 17-7 in the third quarter. They come all the way back, 20 unanswered points to knock off Hazlitt in our game of the week, 27-17. That wraps up our Fox 47 Neighborhood Game of the Week coverage here in DeWitt. Thank you so much for joining us over the last 15 minutes. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Big thank you to Travis Hicks and Hannah Macri getting across your neighborhoods. And we'll be back next week, next Thursday night, another Thursday night kickoff for high school football on our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.